Okay, so very simple and for free. This is a video about how to know the ultimate truth about who you are. There, how to know you, how to know who you are and what's going on. Very simple and for free. So, I am a realized individual, infinite being of bliss consciousness, who am here in form along with innumerable, innumerable, uncountable other realized individual, infinite beings of bliss consciousness. To because this whole planet is full of unrealized individual infinite beings of bliss consciousness here. So I, as a realized individual infinite being of bliss consciousness, am here with innumerable other realized individual infinite beings of bliss consciousness to help you realize that you too are an individual infinite being of bliss consciousness here. So let's run through this a little bit, a little more descriptive here about who you are as an individual infinite being of bliss consciousness here. You as an individual infinite being of bliss consciousness are all powerful, all knowing, infinitely creative, spontaneously self-luminous, spontaneously self-luminous, overwhelmingly intoxicating, overwhelmingly intoxicating there. Permanent, birthless, permanent, immortal, indestructible, permanent, limitless, limitless, infinite, spontaneously self-luminous, all powerful, all knowing, individual infinite being of bliss consciousness here. You as an individual infinite being of bliss consciousness are bliss energy. You are the energy and the energy holder. Your infinite bliss consciousness is energy, and you are the holder and molder of your bliss energy, your bliss consciousness there. So, the simple way to get to know yourself as an individual infinite being of bliss consciousness who is all powerful and all knowing there is very simple. Very simple. Very simple. Take your finger or a thumb there and gently close your eardrums there. Just gently hold the ear canal closed there so that you can listen to yourself, so that you can listen to the roar and feel the vibration of your bliss consciousness there. Just hold your eardrums gently closed so you can listen to the so you can listen to the roar and feel the vibration of your bliss consciousness there. so that you can listen to the roar and feel the vibration of your bliss consciousness. This is how you get to know yourself. This is how you get to know the ultimate truth about who you are. There. Anytime. Do this as much as you can. There. Just, this is how you learn, is through repetition there, and you will spontaneously get to know yourself more and more deeply. There you will, by listening to and feeling the roar and vibration of your bliss consciousness. I like to call it laugh. Listen, L and A F. Feel. Laugh. By laughing. You get to know yourself by laughing. There. So listen and feel there. And you'll notice that each time you do this, you're always there. You're constant. You start to realize that you, as an individual infinite being of bliss consciousness, are constant and permanent there, and all powerful and all knowing there, just by holding your eardrums gently closed and listening to the roar and feeling the vibration of the roar of your bliss consciousness. That chicken I just made is really good. There, so laugh your way to getting to know yourself there. Listen and feel. Listen to the roar of your bliss consciousness and feel the roar of your bliss consciousness when it's inconvenient. And do this a lot. Do this a lot there. If you want to be liberated, if you want to be free from all that bullshit there you've been dealing with there, do this a lot. Do this a lot there. And when it's inconvenient for you to hold both or one eardrum closed there and listen and feel, then it's inwardly or outwardly. Rum, not rum, 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 but rum. Why rum? Because rum, with both of them there, you can listen to the roar of your bliss consciousness and feel the vibration of your bliss consciousness. So listening by holding your eardrums closed, listening and feeling the roar and the vibration of your bliss consciousness, and the mantra Rum, rum. Listen and feel. Listen and feel. And you will spontaneously become more and more aware, more and more you will realize who you are as an individual infinite being of bliss consciousness there. And part of being an individual, part of the knowledge you need to know about being an individual infinite being of bliss consciousness is that each of us individual infinite beings of bliss consciousness are everywhere. Each of us individual infinite beings of bliss consciousness are everywhere. Feel and know the intimacy of that. There is not one. It's not one consciousness. No. No. Play with that a little bit. It ain't no fucking fun there. It's very fucking lonely. Innumerable. We're birthless. We're birthless there. There's innumerable ones of us that are realized and many, many, many unrealized individual infinite beings of bliss consciousness. This planet Earth here is full of unrealized individual infinite beings of bliss consciousness. And as an individual infinite being of bliss consciousness there, while you are unrealized there, you are totally free. You are here on this planet as an unrealized individual infinite being of bliss consciousness to find out more about who you are there and what's going on here, and you're totally free to explore. No sin or karma acquired there. You're just trying to figure out who the fuck you are and what's going on. You should not get the shit kicked out of you through your exploration there. Everybody, whether they're trying to figure out who they are and what's going on or not, everybody is trying to create and sustain permanent, complete contentment. The date today is February 2nd, 2021, and looking at this today here, you know just how fucking free we are and exploring more about who we are, because we got some really fucking wicked crazy people on this planet here there, that they too are unrealized individual infinite beings of bliss consciousness, trying to create their form, create and sustain what they feel would be permanent, complete contentment there. It's pretty, really fucked up. Really fucked up, but not a lot of you that can point fingers either. So, because there's some, even without deep state, even without the deep state, there's some really crooked, fucked up people on this planet. The way they are playing with their energy, and that's what you want to remember. There is you as your bliss energy and the holder and molder of that bliss energy. You are simply playing with your energy. You are simply playing with your energy there while you're figuring out who you are and what's going on there. So the advanced part of this is there that as an individual infinite being of bliss consciousness, as a realized individual infinite being of bliss consciousness, there our natural spontaneous nature is that of constantly, spontaneously expressing and expanding our bliss consciousness there. We are, as realized individual infinite beings of bliss consciousness, we are naturally and spontaneously, constantly expressing and expanding our bliss consciousness there. To give you an idea of that you can relate to, there is part of that expressing and expanding of our bliss consciousness is creating innumerable, creating more and more universes and more worlds and more individual infinite beings of bliss consciousness to play in those on those worlds and in these universes with together. If you hear buzzing in your ears, you know, if you can naturally hear buzzing in your ears, that buzzing is also your bliss consciousness. That these ears only hear so much, but you can hear the roar and buzzing of your bliss consciousness. If you can hear the buzzing there, listen to that all the time there. More later.